Hello there. Sorry guys, I just saw the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith yesterday, so I'm in a big Star Wars mood. But anyways, welcome back to the channel, Battalion. Today I'll be showing you how I personally remove cosmoline off my surplus rifles. I recently acquired a grill rifle off my list, which is this French Mas 44, which I'm really happy about. However, this rifle is caked in cosmoline when I unwrapped it. Jokes aside, I don't think this rifle has seen daylight since the 1950s. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy it was stored so well as there's virtually no rust, but it's time to take the cosmoline off as it served its purpose, and I want to make the rifle functionally safe for the range. There are multiple ways to decosmoline and clean a rifle. For example, some people like to use brake cleaner or WD-40 and a paper towel, but I'll be using the mineral spirits and a Mr. Clean magic erase method to get the job done. Go ahead and comment down below what's your favorite method to remove cosmoline off your surplus rifle. Now, before we list off everything that will be needed, we'll need to do a quick safety check. Firstly, make sure your rifle is always unloaded, and secondly, make sure you have a pair of protective gloves, eyewear, and a face mask, as mineral spirits is toxic. It's also recommended you do this process outside, but sadly it's been raining all week, so I'll be doing this inside. Now, I'm only going to do this inside because I'm in a well-ventilated room with the windows and doors open, and I'll have a fan blowing the fumes away from myself. But again, I really recommend you do this process outside. If you do it inside and get sick, I'm not going to be liable for that, guys. Alrighty, now that that's out of the way, let's go over what you'll need. So again, you'll need protective gloves, enough mineral spirits to soak your parts, 2 plastic containers, a hair dryer, a toothbrush, a Mr. Clean magic eraser, a rag, and lastly, some type of protective oil. I use 3-in-1, but that's my personal preference. You can use any oil that you like. Also, all these items can be found online or at Home Depot or Lowe's. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into the first step. This one isn't as important, but you're going to use that hair dryer to heat up your metal parts. That's because this heat will help break down the cosmoline, but don't do this for too long, at most for a couple minutes. Again, it's not that important, it's just to kind of loosen it up a little bit. But after you've heated up your parts, the second step we're going to do is fill one of our plastic tubs with enough mineral spirit solution to cover our parts. Then pour into that same tub a little bit of hot water, and then add your parts. So this is where that toothbrush comes into play from earlier. Let the parts soak in the solution for around 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure they're fully submerged, and use the toothbrush to remove some of that cosmoline once the parts have soaked for the allotted amount of time. After this, you'll move on to step 3, which is simply removing your parts from the mineral spirit solution bin to the second bin that's full of very hot water. Be careful not to burn yourself, guys. It's important to use hot water and not cold water, as the heat will again help further break down that cosmoline. While the parts soak, use that toothbrush to remove any more cosmoline that's still caked on there. Once you're done soaking the parts in hot water and think all the cosmoline is gone, that means you're on step 4, which is arguably the most important. Remove the parts from the hot water tub and dry them with a paper towel or a regular towel. Once dried, immediately wipe the parts down with oil as to avoid rusting, and let them sit for a bit covered in oil. If you followed these steps correctly, congratulations, you've decosmolined your rifle. Not hard at all to do. This whole process from start to finish took me only 4 steps and under 2 hours of time. This is where I would usually end the video and ask you guys to share, like, and to subscribe if you're not currently, as I post a lot of cool surplus content, but we still need to clean up the stock as this Mas 44 is also fairly dirty. So to clean the stock, we'll simply use a Mr. Clean magic eraser and some hot water. Honestly, there again are a ton of ways to do this, but this is my preferred method. So we'll dip the magic eraser in the hot water so it'll soften up a bit, and so we can glide it across the stock without, roughing it up a little bit. And I mean, look at all that dirt that's coming off. Keep repeating this process until the stock is clean to your specifications. Once done, just use a rag or towel to wipe down the rifle, and then oil it down just a little bit. It's also very important you oil your stock after drying it. I'd also recommend waiting a few hours after oiling your rifle stock to let it really dry off before reassembling it. This is just in case a little bit of water stays behind, which can later on lead to rust, which you want to avoid. Alright, now that that's out of the way, my Mas 44 should be good to shoot after I clean the bore. Thanks for watching. I really hope this video helps you guys out. I tried to make it as short and as simple as possible to follow along. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel and motivates me to keep making videos. Plus, soon I'll be posting a video on the history of this beautiful French Mas 44 rifle I got, as well as one on the 1970s era Colt M16A1 parts kit I got from What a Country and its accompanying Starlight night vision scope. But until then, stay frosty, guys. I almost forgot to post it, but this is what the rifle looks like after it's been cleaned. And stay tuned, because I'll be showing it off way more in future videos. And on my Instagram, which will be linked down below.